Greetings and salutations, everyone out there in internet land. I'm Harold Britt, and it's that time of year again. Now, some of you guys on TikTok that aren't used to me doing this kind of video are probably wondering, it's what time of year again, Harold? Well, I'll tell you. Once a year, I do my little annual tour of my cove of collectibles, if you will, my man cave. So, here we go. Toy Room Tour 2024. Let's get started. Alright guys, so we start out at my work/entertainment area of my man cave. You see my TV there and my retro video game consoles, the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. My little light for shooting my vlogumentary. I didn't have a shelf for my WowWee stuff, for my Untamed line. I didn't have a WowWee shelf or section, so they're just going to have to sit here on my desk. You see my CCTV. For some of you who don't know, that's what I use to see smaller print. It helps me out, like if I'm reading my bills, like my mortgage or whatever. Makes the print bigger, or at least look bigger, so it's kind of like a magnifier. That's kind of an older model, but you know, hey. And then over here, we move on to, you see all my gaming figures, my gaming themed figures, well, mostly Nintendo things. Mostly Mario, you can see the carded Mario stuff over here. Large Mario on the desk. Some of you have found out from my last video, but this guy, this little Mario here, the bobblehead, I found on a mission trip to Kentucky a while back. It was like an arts and crafts type store, and this was one of the things that I found. My Let's Go Yoshi, you can see right there. My Iron Man wax burner that my wife got for me. AC Delco battery piggy bank. The dragon incense burner that my stepson got for me. And of course, you see my plush Yoshi that my wife got for me, along with my Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, my 20-inch Link figure that I bought on the front, Temu knockoff Kirby plush, and there's the other bobblehead that I found at the Arts and Crafts store on the mission trip in Kentucky of Ash Ketchum, right beside the Pokemon plushes. Got some other stuff back there, like a Lego set that my wife put together for me. Dungeons and Dragons shelf. This is one of my many projects that I've taken on, restoring an old Fortress of Fangs. Some parts I bought myself. A couple of parts my wife bought. Yeah. All I started out with it didn't even have the gargoyle. The decals were coming off. It was just about bare bones when I bought this thing, for those of you who don't know. So I still got a little ways to go on it, but you know, I've got a good ways of it completed.
Where the circuits hum, a robot redneck strumming on a big bass drum.
Bronze Dragon.
With his glasses fogged up, he's
My
dreaming
shipping
wide
scales
awake,
I moved
coding all his
into my
plans by
closet,
the old
so
rusted
they're out of
leg.
the way. So I got more Dungeons and
Sipping
Dragons
on
stuff.
sweet tea, he's working on his
Before I
code.
hit
He's a
this section
robot
of
redneck
let me
living
show
life
you
so
over here.
free.
Got some framed comic books, Death of Superman, and a very old Doctor Strange comic. flash decal that my wife got for me on, I forgot what website she bought that off of. My Zelda Sword and Shield, found it on eBay. They're made of foam. I got a backpack that I take on mission trips with the church, so that way if I need to take say a sleeping bag or a pillow or whatever, some of my stuff I can, or like my headlamp, I can take that in there. You see here a wooden sword that was made by one of the guys at the trade shows. One of the swords my wife got for me, as well as a little cane wizard staff my wife got for me from Ollie's. A Chucky Mego figure that I got from House of Heroes. Bought them at online live auctions that they have. The Mego Freddy that my friend Sean Morse gave me for Christmas. But yeah, Michael Myers and Leatherface, Funko Savage World. Got some NECA Toonie Terrors. I love these things. They look like they're off of Scooby-Doo. This Captain Sisko, or Commander Sisko, one of my friends bought and picked it up for me, so that was real nice of them. Got a Batman and Wonder Woman 12-inch figures up there from the Justice League movie. Set of Demon Slayer figures, getting into my anime and stuff. A Goku figure from Dragon Ball Z. For the few of you that may not know. Oh, I forgot my Reaper that my wife got for me from one of her buy now pay later sites. And this poster here, Godzilla and Charles Barkley, it's one I've had since I was real little. It's got some wear and tear, so it's had to be taped to the door as well as push pinned. But yeah, well, no, it's more push pinned. It was taped when I had it on the wall, but anyway, sorry guys, I'm rambling. And a lot of you probably know, some of you don't, that I've started a Radio Shack collection. I kind of miss Radio Shack, the old Radio Shack just before it went out of business. Way far back than that. But yeah, this guy here, Roby Jr., I've got to open him up and work on him. It's one of my projects because his batteries are loose inside him and he does not work at all. So kind of scared to open him up, but when I get enough parts and stuff, I'll open him up. The Armatron, just about everything works on it except the wheels. The wheels did work, but I tested it pretty hard when I first got it, so have to get a bag of gears and possibly open him up, and because that's what I think's going on, is probably a cracked gear, or maybe maybe the axle is loose or something. My birthday present from, she pretty much handed me $20 for my birthday and said, Said, okay, fine, buy what you want with it, because I kept telling her, I don't need anything, baby. I don't give me nothing. Don't give me nothing. But this robot bank's kind of what's got me to started a Radio Shack collection. And, of course, now getting into some more anime, a lot of One Piece figures. Let me take out my light and show you way back in there. And different Japanese themed figures. Godzilla, Ultraman, Chainsaw Man, Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. Yes, Power Rangers is pretty much Japanese in origin. Super Sentai Tokusatsu, do your research. Albedo from the anime Overlord. Got some Nintendo lights up here. You just push the button and they light up. Real cool during a power outage. My Dungeons and Dragons campaign sets that I got from Bobby Long. He gave me a real good deal on them. Some of my McFarlane Superman and Joker from Dark Knight Returns, and Scarecrow's from like a different one, but you know, the McFarlane DC multiverse. Over here I have some McFarlane monsters. See the Frankenstein and Dracula. I know the Gremlin's not a McFarlane, he's a NECA, but you know. Some of the McFarlane movie maniacs. Except the Freddy, I think he's a Mezco figure. And the Funko Savage World, some of my loose figures that I've got up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Little sign that my wife bought for me saying, in this house we play games, all that. I can't remember what all of them were. Different things. Ghostface says like scary movies, and under Jigsaw it says play games. But anyway, my Diamond Select that was over where my robots and Radio Shack stuff it used to be, where it is now, my Diamond Selects used to be, but here they are now. My Enterprise shuttlecraft, some more Star Trek stuff down here, the engineering playset, and got some more Star Trek down here, the Space Talk series, including the Enterprise and some of the figures and some cards. Oh, and for right now I have my Marvel Superhero Squad figures, as well as a helicarrier up there. Up here, finally, my Extreme Dinosaurs and Street Sharks, and you see a little comic book that I've had since I was little behind them. Some of these guys, I used to have some of these guys when I was little, but then I ended up getting rid of them, and I've restarted the collection since then. Some of you that have watched my other toy reviews know already. Over here under my Dungeons and Dragons shelf, you see the little sword. Also, from where the other wooden sword came from. I bought a little Asian hat for push mowing the yard in, but I never have used it. for various reasons. But anyway, I got some gaming stuff on this shelf. You see the Primal Rage figures. A couple of these I had when I was little, and I just don't know what happened to my the two I did have, Sauron and Blizzard, but I reacquired some Warcraft figures up here, some McFarlane Mortal Kombat, my Fallout stuff, some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff right here, and then I got my Batcave from Batman the Animated Series, along with a Batman figure inside it, and my Spawn Alley playset I got from Sean Morse. He was having a sale, and I said, shoot, I've got the regular Spawn and the Violator Clown, the movie versions of them. That'll look good on that playset, so we ended up buying it. I got an axe that my friend Brother Gene made, and my wife bought it from him. I always joke with Brother Gene because he's a blacksmith and his name is Smith, so I call him Smith by name and Smith by trade. So anyway, I got another little mini playset down here that my wife got me sometime. I can't even remember when. A little skeleton crow from Spirit Halloween, a Halloween bucket from Spirit Halloween that I keep my Nintendo Switch and Nintendo DS in. Haven't gone into it this year, sadly. My chargers on top of some of my physical copies of games, and a little crow on top of a skull, little lantern that my wife got for me. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed the video, give me a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And as always, take care and have a blessed day.